Sepoy Manjeet Singh was only 18 when he laid his life in the service of the nation in 1999 during the Kargil War. Captain Vijayan Thapar was only 23. These are stories of valor, stories of triumph. Republic is reporting live from the heart of Kargil in Dras sector. The other stories that we are bringing you today is the sexist and misogynist remark made by Nitish Kumar, and we ask him, if a woman doesn't know something, do you know everything, Mr. Nitish? Another story that we are covering today is from Punjab, where former Congress Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi has backed Amritpal. He is equating Amritpal in jail with emergency. He's making his case in the parliament to have Amritpal released. The other story that we are bringing you today is from the parliament, again a day 3 of showdown over budget. This and a lot more. Let's begin with the headlines. As the nation stands in solemn remembrance, Republic commemorates the valor and sacrifice of our brave soldiers, marking 25 years of the historic Kargil War.
बीस लाख लोगों द्वारा पंजाब में मेंबर पार्लियामेंट चुना गया और वो एनएस से लगाकर अंदर रखा हुआ है। फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच, उसकी कंस्टिट्यूएंसी के लोगों की बात यहां नहीं रख पा रहे, ये भी इमरजेंसी है।
Bizarre, absolutely bizarre defense by the Congress for Bhindranwale wannabe Amritpal Singh. Former Punjab CM Charanjit Singh Channi says, how can the radical do his duty as an MP from jail?
अरे महिला हो, कुछ जानती नहीं हो, महिला को अरे बोल रही है, कहां से आते? इन लोगों के साथ जो है, ये लोग कोई महिला को आगे बढ़ाया था, इसीलिए हम कह रहे हैं चुपचाप सुनो।
It's a shame. Nitish Kumar loses his cool in Bihar Assembly and fires misogynistic remarks against RJD MLA. Asks her, you are a woman, do you know anything? Well, we ask, do you, a man, know it all, Nitish?
पूरा मालदा, मुर्शिदाबाद, अररिया, किशनगंज, कटिहार और हमारे आसामगंज और ये झारखंड हाईकोर्ट का अभी 22 जुलाई का ऑर्डर है जो ये कह रहा है कि मुसलमानों की आबादी दिन प्रतिदिन बढ़ रही है और वहां भारत सरकार को हस्तक्षेप करना चाहिए।
The demography debate is back in focus as BJP MP Nishikant Dubey calls for NRC, says tribal population is declining in Jharkhand and infiltration from Bangladesh is on the rise. Budget showdown in Parliament. Union Minister Kiren Rijiju slams opposition, urges the Indie bloc to let the House function smoothly. It's Revanth Reddy versus KTR in Telangana Assembly as the duo get on a verbal fight over dynastic politics. "25 years of Kargil War. The nation is marking Kargil Vijay Divas, remembering our brave hearts, our heroes who weathered challenging terrains, harsh conditions to bring glory to the nation. We are being joined by Rakshita, who is live from Dras sector in Kargil. She's being joined by Brigadier Thakur, who was the commanding officer at the time. We are doing a live and rolling coverage as the nation marks events remembering our heroes. Rakshita is joining us in a short while. Rakshita is live with us. Rakshita, can you hear me?
Yes, Pragya.
Rakshita, you are in the heart of where it all happened. We would like to feel we are here in Noida. We have viewers from across the country. Give us a sense of what it feels, as an Indian from another state, another region, going to Kargil on this very important day when we are remembering our heroes. What does it feel like as an Indian?
Well, of course, it's indeed a very, very proud moment for not just me, but everyone, right from the media personnel to security personnel who are, of course, right now deployed here. The preparations are underway. Remember, this is the Shaurya Sandhya that we are going to cover. It's going to start in just a while from now. Many of the families of the martyrs and all the brave hearts who contributed to that brave victory in Kargil have started to arrive. You can see there, along with many other military personnel, the families have also started to arrive. Many of the officers are also arriving right now. At the same time, the SPG is also making the arrangements, giving the brief to all security personnel here, and the seating arrangement has also been, decided upon. There you can see the Operation Vijay. That is the spot when Prime Minister tomorrow morning, early morning, he will be landing here. He will be paying tribute to all the soldiers who contributed to Operation Vijay. He will also be laying the wreath right there, and behind that Pragya, is the wall of all those who have sacrificed. Their names have been written, the contributions. The Prime Minister will be paying tribute there at the wall also, and then he'll move and also write a note in the visitor's diary, and thereafter he will move to another stage right there where he will be addressing everyone present here. Of course, he will be sending out a message and commemorate the valor of all our brave hearts. Also, not to forget, there is going to be a virtual unveiling of the tunnel project, as it will contribute to the economic growth of the region. In fact, it will be the highest tunnel in the world. That is the Shikunla tunnel project. He will be carrying out the first blast of that project virtually, and as you can see as we speak, many of the officers have started to arrive, and the busts of all our brave hearts are right now here. You can see Lieutenant Manoj Pandey, Paramveer Chakra posthumous. He was part of the Gorkha Rifles, and of course his story is as heart-wrenching as we hear from many of the family members. It also instills us with pride. Captain Vikram Batra, he was also a Paramveer Chakra posthumous, 13 Jammu and Kashmir Rifles. We spoke to his brother also in the afternoon, and he had lots to share about the valor, about the spirit, about the ambition, about the passion and the love that Captain Vikram Batra had for his country. And as we go along, this is the entire Shaheed Path, and you can see the dog squad also there inspecting before the Prime Minister's visit tomorrow. Today also, in a while from now, after sunset, there is going to be a candle vigil in memory of all our brave hearts, and the preparations are in full swing. There is going to be a band performance also. Major Padmapani Acharya, Mahavir Chakra to 2nd Rajputana Rifles. He was also part of the Three Pimple, of capturing the enemy position at the Three Pimple complex. That was heavily fortified, and we've spoken to many of the family members, their last interactions, how it was, of course, their heart, it was gut-wrenching when they heard that news that, their loved one has laid down their life for the nation. But at the same time, there's nothing more than the family could be proud of. And that is one thing that, we've spoken to Honorary Captain also. You can see the inspection going on by the bomb disposal squad as well, along with the dog squad. And if you can see there in the foreground, if you can just zoom the camera there, that is also the tribute that has been played. Everything is etched in stone, as it has been etched in history. Pragya, the names of all the soldiers, all the fallen soldiers, and of course their regiment, their unit, and their contribution. And it's of course a beautiful evening. In fact, it has been a beautiful day for all of us. And we also have, in fact, R.K. Verma with us, who has been in charge of the communication. He was part of the operation, sir. How does it feel 25 years later?
No words to express. It's so nostalgic, and I feel so happy I can't express the word. It's a really homecoming for me. 25 years back, here we were fighting day by day. Yes. Now we are celebrating. Yes. That's the change.
Yes, sir. And also, since, there has been a lot of change in the warfare, if you can just briefly, I know you have to go to the event, attend the event, but just very briefly, if you can talk about the challenges back then during that operation.
You see, during those days, you had limited resources, limited manpower, and older technology. You may not believe it. I had to integrate Second World War equipment with the Inmarsat. So that was type of task.
Yes.
Handheld satellite came phone, but then it couldn't work inside the bunker.
Absolutely.
Hospital, people were inside bunker. We got a message about some officer, TV news, that he is dead. But he was alive, being treated inside bunker. I had to make him call to his family. For that, I had to modify during operation. That's it. No, handheld satellite phone. I'm forgetting the name right now. Modify during operation so that it can work from inside, and I could make him to speak to his family. I think that was my greatest achievement during operation.
Absolutely. We are proud of you and everyone who has contributed to this victory that we are celebrating today. Thank you so much, Colonel Verma, for joining us here on Republic TV. And, Pragya, of course, there are so many stories, stories of the glory, of course, that we continue to get to our viewers. And as the Shaurya Sandhya is nearing, we will get you more inputs from ground zero as we celebrate the supreme sacrifice of our brave hearts. Back to you in the studios.
Thank you so much, Rakshita. Well, to see the tricolour fly in Kargil, it just gives goosebumps. Moving on to other stories, Congress is embroiled in another controversy. This time, former Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi in the Parliament advocated for Khalistani terrorist Amritpal Singh, who is lodged in Assam's Dibrugarh district under the National Security Act. Batting for Amritpal Singh, Channi said, and I quote, "They speak about emergency every day, but what about the undeclared emergency in the country today? This too is emergency that a man who was elected as an MP by 20 lakh people in Punjab is behind bars under the NSA." Here's a report.
Marking a new low in parliamentary discourse, Congress Member of Parliament and former Chief Minister of Punjab, Charanjit Singh Channi, brazenly came out in support of jailed pro-Khalistani radical Amritpal Singh.
इमरजेंसी ये भी है कि एक मशहूर नौजवान जो एक मशहूर सिंगर था, उसको गोलियों मार दिया गया। आज तक सिद्धू मूसेवाला, उसके परिवार को इंसाफ नहीं मिला, वो दर भटक रहे हैं। ये भी इमरजेंसी है। इमरजेंसी ये भी है कि 20 लाख लोगों द्वारा पंजाब में मेंबर पार्लियामेंट चुना गया और वो एनएस से लगाकर अंदर रखा हुआ है। फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच, उसकी कंस्टिट्यूएंसी के लोगों की बात यहां नहीं रख पा रहे, ये भी इमरजेंसी है।
The former Congress Chief Minister also questioned booking Amritpal under the stringent National Security Act. Not stopping at this, the Congress MP also compared booking the radical under NSA with the imposition of emergency in the country.
20 लाख लोगों द्वारा पंजाब में मेंबर पार्लियामेंट चुना गया और वो एनएस से लगाकर अंदर रखा हुआ है। फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच, उसकी कंस्टिट्यूएंसी के लोगों की बात यहां नहीं रख पा रहे, ये भी इमरजेंसी है।
In an electoral outcome that shocked many, the Radical was elected as an independent MP from the Khadur Sahib Lok Sabha seat of Punjab. Amrit Pal openly advocated raising arms against the state while calling for a separate Khalistan to be carved out of Punjab. He was whisked out of the high security Dibrugarh jail recently for his oath taking in the parliament. However, the Radical has since been back behind the bars in Assam. From questioning the Batla House encounter and surgical strikes to now endorsing a proclaimed enemy of the state, has the Congress crossed limits in its push for vote bank politics?
Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's remark to an RJD MLA in Bihar Assembly has stirred a row. Nitish Kumar lost his cool at RJD MLA Rekha Paswan and fired a misogynist remark where he said, and I quote, "You are a woman, you don't know anything. Sit down and listen," is what he said. Remember, this is not the first time. In the past as well, Bihar CM Nitish has made many such sexist remarks. Take a look at this report.
इन लोगों के साथ जो है
Nitish Kumar is once again in the eye of storm over misogynistic remarks.
महिला को पढ़ाया है, बोल रही हो, अरे महिला हो,
You are a woman. Don't you know anything?
अरे चुपचाप सुनो,
These were the words of the Bihar Chief Minister.
अरे महिला हो, कुछ जानती नहीं हो, हैं? महिला को, अरे बोल रही है, कहां से आते? इन लोगों के साथ जो है, ये लोग कोई महिला को आगे बढ़ाया था? अरे हम 5 के बाद में महिला को बढ़ाए हैं, बोल रही हो, इसीलिए हम कह रहे हैं, चुपचाप सुनो।
Drawing flag from across the board, the opposition is demanding Nitish's apology.
सब गंदा काम तो ये लोग करता है, बीजेपी जदयू वाला। महिलाओं का अपमान, उनको माफी मांगना चाहिए। ललन जी का, अब माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी को माफी मांगना चाहिए कि महिलाओं को बार बार अपमान मत करें।
अब मैं समझती हूँ इस तरह की बातें पहली बार तो महिलाओं के लिए बोली नहीं गई हैं। लगातार नेताओं के माध्यम से इस तरह के तर्क दिए जाते हैं और जिससे कि सोसाइटी में गलत मैसेज आता है, तो इस सब से परहेज करना चाहिए। कहीं भी किसी भी महिला के खिलाफ कोई भी टिप्पणी करना इस तरह की, मैं मानती हूँ, सही बात नहीं है।
महिलाओं को लेकर के नहीं है, वो गार्जियन में कभी कभी भूमिका निभा लेते हैं या उम्र के कारण कई सारी भूल भी हो जाती है। अब उनको थोड़ी नज़रअंदाज करनी चाहिए। हर चीज़ों का राजनीतिकरण 3 महीना पहले विपक्ष के साथ थे ना, तब ये लोग बीजेपी आलोचना कर रहे थे, और अभी बीजेपी के साथ हैं तो अभी विपक्ष आलोचना कर रहे हैं कि ये सब लोग हमाम में नंगे हैं, हट डाल पर उल्लू बैठा, अंजामे गुलिस्ता क्या होगा।
मुझे बेहद अफसोस है कि जिस तरह की अशोभनीय, बल्कि ये अश्लीलता की श्रेणी में है, इस तरह का बयान अगर नीतीश जी की ओर से आ रहा है तो चिंता हो रही है। पूरा बिहार चिंतित है। मैं नहीं जानता हूं कितना वो भेज्ञ हैं, वो बोलने से पहले सोच भी पा रहे हैं कि नहीं। मैं उनको शुभकामनाएं देता हूं, लेकिन जो कुछ कल हुआ उसने चोटिल कर दिया।
It was only a few years ago that Nitish Kumar had courted controversy over his crass and distasteful remarks on Bihar birth control.
और वो जब शादी होगा लड़का लड़की में, तो जो पुरुष है वो तो रोज रात में जो सदिया होता है उसके साथ करता है ना, तो उसी में और पैदा हो जाता है। और लड़की पढ़ लेती है तो हमको मालूम था कि वो करेगा, ठीक है, लेकिन अंतिम में भीतर मत घुसाओ, उसको बाहर कर दो। करता तो है, तो उसी में आप समझ लीजिए संख्या घट रही है।
While Nitish Kumar was forced to take back his remarks in the assembly after massive backlash, the chief minister seems to have learned no lessons from his past mistake. With anger only mounting against Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, the big question is, will Nitish issue an apology? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Stoking the demography debate, which has been gaining traction after Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma flagged the alarming growth in Muslim population in his state. BJP MP Nishikant Dubey called for an NRC in poll-bound Jharkhand, claiming a rising influx of Muslims. Here's a report.
After Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma claimed that there has been an alarming rise in Muslim population in his state as well as neighboring West Bengal and Jharkhand.
बदलते डेमोग्राफी मेरे लिए, मैं असम से आया हूँ, ये मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा है। इसलिए मैं असम में, बंगाल में हर दिन मेरा असम में मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन 40% हो चुका है। 1951 में 12%, आज असम में मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन 40%। हम जिला की जिला खो चुका है। तो मेरे लिए ये मुद्दा पॉलिटिकल नहीं है, मेरे लिए ये जीना और मरने का मुद्दा है। इसलिए मैंने उसका साथ दिया, हर दिन संघर्ष करता हूँ।
BJP MP Nishikant Dubey has revived the NRC debate in Parliament, making similar claims.
आज क्या हो रहा है? बांग्लादेश का घुसपैठ हमारे यहाँ लगातार बढ़ रहा है। जो आदिवासी महिलाएं हैं, उनके साथ बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठियां शादी कर रही है। हिंदू और मुसलमान का सवाल नहीं है। हमारे यहाँ जो लोकसभा का चुनाव लड़ती हैं महिला, आदिवासी कोटे से लड़ती हैं, उनके पति मुसलमान हैं। जिला परिषद की जो अध्यक्षा हैं, उनके पति मुसलमान हैं। मुखिया जो आदिवासी होते हैं, और ये टोटल जो है आप समझे हमारे यहाँ 100 आदिवासी मुखिया है जो आदिवासी के नाम पर है, और उसके पति जो है सभी के सभी मुसलमान हैं।
The BJP MP claimed that Muslims from Murshidabad and neighboring West Bengal were crossing over into Jharkhand, targeting Hindu villages. The BJP MP further claimed that the tribal population has witnessed a dip in Jharkhand with a parallel rise in Muslim population. Dubey said that the Jharkhand High Court recently also noted that the rising Muslim population in Assam was alarming. Voicing concerns over the changing demography in his state, Dubey called for an enforcement of the NRC in Jharkhand while also flagging rising infiltration from Bangladesh. Meanwhile, in Kerala, a Hindu OBC leader expressed concerns over the ruling LDF's practice of nominating Muslims and Christians to the Rajya Sabha.
കേരളത്തിലെ രാജ്യസഭയിലേക്ക് നോമിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത 9 മെമ്പർമാരുണ്ട്, വിവിധ രാഷ്ട്രീയക്കാർ. അതിൽ 5 മുസ്ലിം, 2 ക്രിസ്ത്യൻ, 2 ഹിന്ദു. അപ്പോൾ 5-ും 2 7 എണ്ണം ന്യൂനപക്ഷങ്ങളാണ്, 2 എണ്ണം ഹിന്ദുക്കളാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടുത്തെ അടിസ്ഥാന വർഗത്തിൽപ്പെട്ട ഇടതുപക്ഷ പാർട്ടി വരെ നോമിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് ഇവിടുത്തെ ക്രിസ്ത്യൻ മുസ്ലിം ആൾക്കാരെയാണ്.
The claims have raised alarms over the changing demography in the country, but only NRC can prove the reality.